The birth of darkness, the creation of the ministry. Welcome back, guys, and again, this is Mikeratto, and yeah, I made an Attitude Era video for today, which is unexpected. So we're going to discuss the Ministry of Darkness, the corporate ministry that I can recall throughout their storylines and their run. This actually happened in 1998. This actually started when The Undertaker turned heel and realigning himself with Paul Bearer, the guy who actually betrayed him 2 years ago and sent a lot of guys to go after him, such as Mankind, Kane, etc. So yeah, Undertaker realigned himself with Paul Bearer. What is their first form of business? Well, at this time, while they're actually finishing off their feud with Kane, and he is actually striving to go after Austin in this time, which will Kane cost The Undertaker a buried alive match during that time, which later carried on into a more darker persona for The Undertaker, changing his attire again and redebuting his more darker persona that we all know that actually happened in 1999. Everything towards that, especially the tongues, the hunting for McMahon, and everything in 1999. So Undertaker started to recruit members in 1999, such as the Brood, the APA or the Acolytes at the time, and Viscera Midian, and so on and so forth, which formed the Ministry of Darkness in 1999, which, well, they created a lot of sacrifices, segments left and right, controversy after controversy, darker meanings, speeches, etc., for The Undertaker's new group, and The Undertaker is poised on getting to WWE from Vince McMahon, which the corporation, while they are focused at Austin at this time, but The Undertaker is making his intentions clear at this time that he wants the WWE at that time, which Vince McMahon was so focused on Austin not being the champion. Going to WrestleMania where The Undertaker fought the Big Boss Man, which, well, it ended with Boss Man hanging from Hell in a Cell, which they had this rope, and the Brood standing in the top of the cell, and The Undertaker celebrating after his win at WrestleMania 15. Well, because it's The Undertaker and WrestleMania, which he always wins at that event before Mania 30. So yeah, that happened. And well, they actually had another segment with Stephanie McMahon involved the Dark Wedding and everything towards that. You know that when Austin actually saves Stephanie McMahon to help his rival Vince McMahon at that time. So the corporation, well, Vince McMahon is after that WrestleMania, while he is focusing now on actually protecting his daughter Stephanie McMahon at that time. Well, yeah, because, well, Stephanie actually has some, well, signages that The Undertaker will do something from her, from the teddy bear and the house and everything towards that haunting, which The Undertaker actually successfully kidnapped her at Backlash 1999, which also The Undertaker has some segments with Ken Shamrock and his kayfabe sister, which, well, they have this segment which The Undertaker actually quote unquote put her on a dark room, punish her, something like that, or yeah, based on my recall, well, they had that segment, and Ken Shamrock calling The Undertaker Mark on live television. So yeah, kayfabe was actually struck on that time. So The Undertaker, well, they're actually dominant in this time. And well, on the corporation part, well, they are actually started to fall out after WrestleMania 15. Well, because Austin won the title. That means that The Rock well, the corporation has lesser needs for him. And yeah, on Backlash after his rematch, well, the corporation is slowly, well, they don't need The Rock anymore, and well, Vince McMahon is slowly actually getting away from the corporation, so on and so forth in that time. Which, yeah, the corporate ministry was formed after The Rock was actually kicked out of the corporation, which still now didn't make sense to me. Well, yeah, I know that the corporate ministry is intending to actually have the corporation be dominant and the ministry be dominant. But yeah, I don't get it is what Vince McMahon did with the storyline, with Vince revealing himself as the higher power at that point, when he is actually the one who was feuding with the Undertaker for the WWE in the first place, and the reason for that is for him to punish Austin, and he actually involved his daughter in that storyline, which didn't make sense at the time. But yeah, it was only for Austin. And yeah, during the corporate ministry thing, the leader of the ministry, The Undertaker, is slowly also being the second thing on the storyline. Like, even though he won the WWE Championship at the time, while he's more of a receiver or the second fiddle of this rivalry, while the McMahons are the one who is actually the main focal point of that rivalry. If you think about it, The Undertaker being side by side with Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon at the time. So yeah, it's not a rant, it's just my observation, my opinion, and something like that. So yeah, but following forward, well, the corporate ministry is actually great. If you think about it, well, the corporation and the ministry are great on their separate feuds. And yeah, they have the same rival, which is Austin. That's why the two groups had the similar intentions, and that's to get rid of Stone Cold Steve Austin. The ministry doing what Vince McMahon needs during that time, because while he is focused on throwing away Austin. And yeah, also during this time, The Rock's popularity is also growing, and Triple H, while during this time, while they're making him a star after years of being punished on the mid card or lower card scene in the 1996 and 1997, now he's getting his stock raise and he's going to the main event scene. So yeah, later on the corporate ministry break. The Undertaker formed his alliance with the Big Show. Triple H is now a star. Austin, well, he is still the WWE champion. And Triple H, well, he is the main event caliber. The Rock, well, he is actually getting pops. And yeah, he is slowly having his popularity raise. Well, he is popular, much popular in 1999 more than ever. So yeah, if you think about it, the corporate ministry actually benefit a lot of stars. Those four stars to be exact. And Vince McMahon, well, during the time while he was off television and he returned as a babyface later on, which he feuded with the biggest heel, Triple H, when he returned and wins the WWE Championship. So there's that. If you remember that reign, well, yeah, Vince McMahon has a longer reign from guys like Kane, Rey Mysterio, Andre the Giant. So yeah, think about that yet again. So yeah, The Undertaker, well, in 1999 he got injured, and if you can see from his walks, well, his injuries are actually catching up to him. That's why what he actually took time off from 1999 up to 2000s, which later on he became the American Badass. And his unholy alliance partner, The Big Show, while he became a main caliber star, which he won the WWE Championship. And yeah, he is the guy who you know as the guy who actually has a lot of turns. While Paul Bearer, China, and a lot of people in that time were sadly who are actually were actually passed away. So yeah, But after that, well, we have a lot of memories in the corporate ministry, in the Holy Alliance, in the corporation, in the Ministry of Darkness. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you all like it. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below, subscribe. And again, this is Mikeratto, and peace. And yeah, guys, if I am not able to upload for tomorrow or for Sunday, well, I'm doing some stuff, my own stuff in my private life. So yeah, I hope you all understand why I'm not uploading in those times. But I hope you all see my other playlist. And yeah, as I told you, the Hypnotrons are being removed in my channel and some are still being retained. Thank you and have a good day, and again, subscribe.